Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Let's wait for another 2 or 3 more minutes, then we start the session for others to join. We'll start at 6:05. Okay. Let's start the session. Let me share my screen. So I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In this session, we'll cover week 8. Okay, I think week 7 has been covered already. So in this session, we'll try to cover week 8 practice assignment questions. And since it has very few questions in the practice assignment, and if you guys have any doubts in week 7 and 8, also that we can also discuss it. And before we start week 8 practice assignment questions, uh, does anybody has doubt related to dictionaries, like basic concepts, how to create a dictionary and how to update the values and how we can iterate through the dictionaries? Any doubts in those methods? So that we'll quickly cover those concepts and then let's move into the practice assignment questions. Hello. So no doubts, those concepts. So can we move to practice assignment questions directly?
So what about week 8 summary?
Week 8 is just a continuation to week 7, if you see it. It's just a little bit of advanced concepts are there. That's it.
So can you please explain those concepts and then go to questions?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let me connect my writing pad. Okay. So in week 8, we saw about dictionaries, right? What's happening? Just a minute, I'm just trying to connect my writing pad. So it's not- yeah. So this is the concepts in week 7 and 8, right? And in week 5 and 6, we saw the list. And I hope everyone is aware of what are those list method. And generally, we used to define a list using this MD notation, right? And what are the characteristics of list? List can also have a duplicate values, right? It can hold any
Add
kind
some
of data
elements
type.
and
For
add
example,
them.
it can have a values of integer, string, and none data type also. So it can basically hold any data types. And also it can have duplicate values, right? And and also we have saw about the nested list. So that we used to represent, like this could be the outer list and inner list. This is how we used to represent, right? This is how we used to represent a nested list. And we used to access the indices start from zero in the right? Indices start from zero. And there are methods that we have seen in the list. What are those methods? Init, rest, and first of it, and last of it. These are the methods that we have seen. And generally, we used to iterate through the for loop, right? For example, for any number or for element in the list L. So this will iterate the list one by one. This, for example, this will be if I put L, this will be L of 0, okay? Because this is the first element and we used to start indices from 0. And similarly, this will be L of 1 and this will be L of. So if I iterate through every element in this, for example, in this list, for each element that I used to get, that will be also be a list, right? Because since I'm iterating the nested list. Suppose I want to iterate further, I can iterate, for example, for x in L. Because since this is also a list and this L is a nested list, right? So I can iterate one more time. And this is how generally all those operations we used to do in the list. Right? Any doubts so far? I think this is quite straightforward, but let's go through this also. No doubts, right? Here in the list.
Yes, sir. All right.
So these are the things that we should remember for the concepts for the following weeks. Because in week 7 and 8 also you might have seen the lists were there. And the one more thing which I forget is how to append an element in the list. So for that we use a notation. So if I want to append something in my element list, let's see. I think there is some issue in my writing. If I want to element something in my list, so I usually use this plus plus symbol so that it gets appended to my list. So this is how I used to append a list. Sorry, append an element in the list. And this will append at the last, right? And if I want to append something at the first, I'll put in the first and will append like this. So this will append the element at the first. Okay. Any other thing I think, miss? I think this is all about we have studied in week 5 and 6.
Could you explain about unique list?
Sorry?
Unique list, sir.
How do we write list in a dictionary?
Yeah, I'll come to this. Unique list.
No, like a dictionary key, then colon, and then
Yeah, I'll
pair
come
of
to dictionary.
values.
Before that, someone said about unique list or something.
Ah, yes, sir. Unique list.
So then how to remove an element from the list?
How to remove an element from the list. So there are methods like L dot remove. In the course, we can remove a specific element by using a position like L of 0 or something. This we can also remove it, right? Or you can create a new list and we can append it to the new list. And for the
So
unique
can't
list,
we
then
append
that
list?
is also one of the option, but I don't think that we have covered in CT. So if something new methods that we are using it in the question paper or exams, we'll mention it. What does that method does? Actually, pop also works, but I don't remember exactly that. I don't think we have covered in CT this pop method. And for the unique list, there is a method which is not covered in the again in the course, but we are going to use it. So for example, you just pass this unique. So it will remove duplicates and give you the unique elements in the list. So for that, you can write a custom procedure. Custom procedure to it. Or else, if this method is being asked in the exam, what you can do is, we'll mention in the question itself what this unique method does, right? So that is also there. So if you want to come get a unique elements from the list, you can write a procedure, something like this, procedure, unique, and you pass a list, right? And in the procedure, you can create a new list that is L1, and that is empty list. And you can iterate it whether the particular element is also in the list or not. And if you want to check some element is in the list or not, you can check using this in method. So it's not a method, basically it's a syntax. For example, if you want to check whether 2 is in the list or not, you can check it using 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically this will return 2 options. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
I
Hello.
don't want to confuse you by giving more pseudocodes or something. So because unique is also not covered in the course. If we are using the unique, we'll write a custom function or we'll give you the required pseudocode in the exam and we'll mention it what this unique procedure does. Okay. Similarly, pop is also not covered. Okay. I think so far it's clear about the
Sir.
lists that we have studied in week 5 and 6.
Sir, what's the topic going on? Because I have joined late today. Can you tell, please?
We are just revising what we have seen in week 5 and 6.
Okay, sir.
So you forgotten that for each statement, which is used for iteration to lists.
That we have already covered right here for each element in it.
नहीं वो वाला नहीं पकड़
Please mute yourself, you guys who are not speaking. Okay, I think then let's go to a dictionary.
Yes, sir.
So the dictionary we used to notate it using the curly braces, and this we call it as a entry dictionary. Generally, in the list we used to say indices, but in dictionary, what we used to say is keys and values. I think there is some issue in my writing pad. Sometimes it's not. So we used to have keys and values. And all the keys must be unique in the dictionary. So this is the condition or define a dictionary. Okay. So values can have duplicate values. Values can, instead of can, I can say might have duplicate values, but each should be unique. So, for example, if I write a dictionary with keys and values, so I define this, and for example, I say the cities, right? We put Chennai. This is the city, and the number of students were in the particular city or something. Okay, I'll put some number 78. So, can I have a city again called Chennai?
No.
No,
Can we
sir.
have it? No, right? Because all the keys must be unique. So we cannot have the same Chennai key again, but we can have a different key called Mumbai. Right? And what are the value can we have here?
Any value.
Any values.
Any value. So I can have
Can
67.
also be 98.
I can also have a 78, same value which is defined above,
Yes, sir.
right? For the Chennai key. So basically that is what I said. Values might have a duplicate thing, same again, it can repeat it, but keys should be unique. And you could have some other city called Delhi, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. And these are the values you could have anything like the field could have any values. Like this is the general example to define a dictionary. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, how do we access the values or create a dictionary?
D of key.
D of keys,
The
right?
key value.
So for
The key.
example, okay, if I want to access the values in the dictionary D, which I have defined here. So for example, if I want to access a
Like
value
P
of
of Chennai, you'll get
city
78.
D of Chennai, so I need to write it like this. So D of Chennai. So this will give me
78.
So this is how we can access a value. And if we want to iterate it, how we can iterate it?
Using the keys list, keys of D.
For each key. Indeed.
For each key in keys of D, right? This will iterate through all the keys. So basically, this keys of D, what it will give is, it will give you the list of all the keys.
There is a network issue if you can check. I'm not sure if others are facing. Like your voicing,
Yes, sir,
voice is
your
coming
voice is-
sometime and becoming
Is my
inaudible
voice,
sometimes.
is my
Your voice is
break?
coming. Yeah, sometime breaking and sometime coming in 2x speed.
Not sure. Is it better now?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
good now, but sometimes it happens.
Okay. Okay, I think it's better now. So what this keys of T's will give you is list of all the keys that is present in the dictionary. For example, here in this case, it will give you list of all the cities which are the keys, basically. Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, and Hyderabad, and also the Bangalore, which I have. This is my keys of method D will give you. So basically, so that I will be able to iterate through the element one by one in the list for as a like a list, because this keys of method will give you list of all the keys in the list file. Okay, so this is how we can iterate. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
And next, the thing is, I think the nested dictionary. I think I have covered all those things. So then, and what kind of values it can have? That is also something I forgot. In values, what are the data types it can have? It can have a integer. It can have a float.
So again,
It
there's a
can have
problem with
string,
your voice.
and it can have a list, and it can have a list of list and everything, right? And it can also have a dictionary also, so that it creates a nested dictionary. So these are the things that values can have it. So because basically values, it can have anything. Okay. Now let's move to the nested dictionary. So I'll take an example of nested dictionary.
Sir, am I
For
audible?
example, hello.
There's some problem with your voice, I think so.
Is it same for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me check my network. Give me a minute. Is it better now or still it's breaking?
Sir,
Now
better.
it's okay, sir.
I don't know, there is some network issue going on here. Okay, I'll take the same keys which are cities. Okay, I'll take some random cities here again. Now, inside this key, I'll have another dictionary, which is going to be a value for it. Now here, what will I have is male as some count and female with some counts. Okay. Similarly, for other cities also, I'll have the same. Now here, you guys might have it out. So I said the key should be unique, right? But here, I'm writing the same keys, which is M and F. Is it possible to have it, or is it a mistake?
Yes, sir, we can.
Why? Can someone explain?
Sir, because the initial or the main key is different. Main key is unique. Therefore, we can put any key values in the inside dictionary. Means the nested dictionary. Hello.
This is basically dictionary inside dictionary. So when we refer the Chennai, then the inside the Chennai we can refer M. Then inside the Mumbai we can refer again M. That will not create any confusion to the debugger.
So whenever we say the keys are unique, we should always consider the dictionary that we are working on it. It's not like you should consider a dictionary as a whole, because since this is a nested dictionary, for this corresponding dictionary, the keys are unique, right? Similarly, for this corresponding one, the keys are unique, and similarly for this also unique. So always we should consider on the current dictionary that we are working on it, whether the keys are unique or. So that should be the always the case whenever you go and check whether the keys are unique. Okay, and this is how we define a nested dictionary, as I said. Okay. Now, how do we access this? Any value or particular value here? So what d dot keys will give you? Sorry, keys of d. What keys in d will give you here?
Keys of these
Chennai, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad.
yeah.
Chennai, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, right? Because we are taking the keys of D, and which is Chennai, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. Because this dictionary is a value of Chennai key, right? Since this is the nested dictionary, it won't be considered in the outer dictionary for a key.
The
For
sound is
example, if
buffering.
we are taking, not sure why there is a network issue to do. Okay, let me try to connect to my mobile network then. I hope it should be better now. I connected to my mobile network.
Yes.
Sir, voice is too low.
Is it all right now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, okay.
Sir, could you explain that male and female keys once again?
Yeah. Yeah. Where exactly you have a doubt?
How that male and female keys are unique, sir?
So whenever you check whether the keys are unique, you have to always consider the respective dictionary. For example, in this respective dictionary, the keys are unique, right? So you should consider the whole dictionary as it. For example, if you consider a dictionary, this is the dictionary that you are considering, right? If you are considering this dictionary, the keys are only Chennai, Mumbai, and Bangalore and Hyderabad. These are values to the keys for your D dictionary. See, this is the keys that will give you for this Chennai, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. And if you see, this is unique. Similarly, if I take keys of D of Chennai, okay, don't mind if I miss quotation somewhere, okay. So keys of D's of Chennai, this will give you what? Only male and female, right?
Yeah,
Again, if you see, this is unique. So respect to every dictionary, if you are taking keys and if you are applying this method keys, the list which you are getting, that should be unique. That is why we are saying all the keys must be unique in the dictionary. But the values could be anything. Values could have a dictionary. For example, here in this dictionary, D is equal, Chennai is one key, and another inside this we are having male as one dictionary, right? For example, inside this male, I can have again another dictionary also. That is also possible. I could have another dictionary, and I could say the number of students who scored above. For example, this dictionary scores only above something, right? Who scored above 200. Let's say the total marks 200. I can count those such students, and I can count the number of students who are in the category and scored the same marks in physics, chemistry, maths, right? So, so basically, how many nested dictionary also you can have it? Not only two nested dictionary, you can have 3, 4 also. So that doesn't matter. Whenever you take keys method to any dictionary or inner dictionary or anything, that list should be unique. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
and how we fetch the values of this inner dictionary?
Yeah, I'm good. So if you want to fetch the value of it, for example, if you want to fetch the value of number of male students in the Mumbai. So first we have to fetch the Mumbai first, right? D of Mumbai. So this will give you a dictionary. Since the value is a dictionary, this will give you a value that is dictionary, which is male equal to 41 and female equal to 30. This is how the value will be if you fetch D of. So if you want to take, or if you want the count of the number of male students that are present in the Mumbai city, you can take D of Mumbai and M. So now you are going into first D of Mumbai will give you this dictionary. And since this is a dictionary, you can access using the same kind of values. It's basically this is you can mention the key that you want to get it. So you are mentioning M. So this will give you 41. So this is clear?
That
Yes,
means
sir.
if we didn't mention the keys word, then that will fetch the value.
I'm not getting.
Previously you mentioned the keys of D, then Chennai.
Yeah.
It fetched only the keys of the Chennai. So if we remove this keys
Yeah.
word, then the Chennai, inside the Chennai, the whole
So
list will
here, yeah, if you are removing this key and if you are accessing like this will give you a dictionary because this is the value, right?
This
So
will
that is
basically
male
give
is equal to
M39
39.
and female 31. Is it
Uh,
correct?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
So now if you want to know like how many males, then you have to enter D Chennai M for male and D Chennai F for female.
Yes. If you want to access number of female students there in Chennai, you can.
So
This
here
will
are
give you
two keys.
31. Hmm.
Okay.
So you should always know the dictionary and the way you are storing the dictionary. Okay. And this is about the nested dictionary. And I don't think I have missed anything.
So adding the keys
other
and
than
elements in the dictionary.
adding the keys in the element of a dictionary. Okay. How to add a keys or how to initialize the dictionary? You are talking about that.
Yes, sir. Same thing.
Yeah. The one more method, I think, which I forget is the method called isKey. So here you pass a dictionary and here you pass the key, and this will return a Boolean value of true or false. For example, here let's say this is the dictionary I'm having. I want to check whether the city Delhi is present or not. So for that, what I will do is I'll call this method isKey and the dictionary variable name. Right here, the dictionary variable name is also D. So I'll put D, and the key is what? Which I want to check
yeah.
is Delhi, right? So I'll pass Delhi to it. So now this will go and check whether the Delhi is present in my dictionary D or not as a key. So what it will return?
False.
False.
There is some serious issue with the network.
Will
You
it
can kindly check.
false, right? So for example, now again is it buffering?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's buffering a
the
lot.
same problem.
Yes, sir.
There might be some
Sure.
internet issue, sir, from your side.
Sir, you can leave and rejoin. It would be better.
Try to rejoin. I don't know, is it better now or not? I just reconnected it. I'm not sure why there is network issue today. Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
So far, so good.
Yeah, what I was telling is, so suppose if we want to check whether the key is present in my any value of particular key, for example, any inner dictionary. So for that also we can call it like this. So D of Chennai, because since this is also a dictionary, right? The value which I will be getting. So this is how I'll be getting. So now I want to check whether the mail is a key or not. I can pass this, and what will I get? The true or false? I'll get true, right? Because mail is a key which is present in D of Chennai. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Now, as someone said, how to create the keys and values. For example, let's take a scores dataset. Scores dataset only.
There's some echo. Someone has
Like
turned
some
on.
outside noise.
I think someone has turned on their mic.
Yes.
It is Kamal Verma, I think.
Could you please mute
Yeah,
yourself?
he is the one, Kamal Verma.
Kamal? Kamal, are you there? Could you please mute yourself? Hello. Not sure. Okay. So if we want to create a keys and update the values dynamically, right? So let's consider a scores dataset that we read one by one. So what can we do for that? For example, I initialize a dictionary simply called D. You can use any variable, but I use D. And as usual, we use the while loop, and we use while table one as more rows.
More rows.
Now, we have to count the count the students according to their cities. Count the students respect to their cities. So since we have an empty dictionary, we have to create a dictionary called D. Right? Now what we have to do is, we have to check whether the first let's read the row X in the table. Sorry, like whatever in table one. Now you'll have a basically this is your road now. I mean this is your car. Now you have what you have to check is you have to check whether X dot city is a key or not. So how can we check whether it's a key or not?
Is key function.
Is key function, right? So we can use is key function.
But I'm listening. Just a shot.
So we can call this whether it is a is key or not. So if it is a
okay,
guys, please mute yourself if you guys are not talking here.
उसमें बोलो.
Kamal,
Kindly mute everyone.
Kamal, can you mute yourself?
She's not too much.
Is he here or not?
He is away from the system. You can mute everyone.
Sir, I think he is not on the class.
lost the host access when I rejoined it. I think he's muted. Yeah, whatever says this, we have to check whether it is a key or not. So we can simply check in the dictionary whether x dot city is a key or not. Okay. If it is a key, what we can do? We can directly increment the students count, right? D of x dot city equal to D of x dot city plus 1. Okay. Else, what we have to do? We have to initialize a key.
So sorry for the disturbance, but your voice is so low. We can't hear it properly.
I think I have some network issue. Sorry for that.
Clear, sir, clear. Much better than the previous one.
So this line does. So if there is a key already, if key is present, you increment the count. Right? Basically, dynamically you initialize your key and increment the count. Sorry, you're just incrementing here, not initializing. For example, if you want to initialize this, if that key is not present, what you have to do is we can take d of x dot city equal to 1. Why we are initializing as 1? Why not 0?
Sir, because the card we have just read is also uh, under the key which is assigning, which we are assigning just now. Therefore, we have to take that card in count.
Yeah, that is correct. So this is we can create a key and assign it, or you can update the values to it. The same applies for nested dictionary, as I said. You can create check for a nested dictionary again, and you can update it accordingly.
Sir, what is the logic of assigning only 1, not 0? Please come again.
For example, you have 30 cards. Let's say for a small example, we can take even, let's say, 10 cards. Okay, these 10 cards have, let's say, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, and there is other city called Delhi. Only 4 cities are there, and Mumbai city is present 3 times, Chennai city is present 2 times, this is present 4 times, and this is present only 1 time. So if we are seeing the Delhi card for the first time, what this will return?
False.
We are seeing that Delhi called for the first time, this will return false, right? So we won't be incrementing that city. So since we are seeing that Delhi card for the first time, we can initialize it to 1, because that is the card we are seeing for the first time, and we won't be able to see the Delhi card again. So whenever you see a card in that iteration, you just initialize it to 1, because we are not incrementing, right, again. So once we see it, you initialize it to 1. That means we have seen a new city, and that city has some student, that means. So initialize to 1.
No, what
So
I'm asking here Delhi is the key.
yeah.
So the keys can take any value, na? From 0, 0, it also take any value.
Not getting. Yeah, it can take any value, but according to the logic, we are initializing with 1. So if you want to initialize with 0, we have to perform 2 operations. For example, what you have to do is d of x dot ct is equal to 0, and also you have to increment it, because now we have seen a new card, Delhi, and that count is 1. So that means we have to write 2 statements like this if we are not initializing with 1 inside this else block. Are you getting it?
No, why we incremented then?
Because because we are counting the number of students respect to their cities, right? Because this Delhi card has only once time, that means there is only one student in that Delhi region. If you are initializing with 0, that means your pseudocode is wrong according to the logic, right?
One student. Acha. It mentioned the student. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. No doubts, right?
Sir, just now you told that if we take the values also if we take the initialization as 0, then we have to perform two operation on it. Can you show that pseudocode?
Yeah, I just written it here, right? Instead of writing this d of x dot ct is equal to 1, you can write it in this two statements inside this else block.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, can we move to practice assignments now?
Yes, sir.
This is very, very important because the week 9 concept will also cover with this dictionaries only. So this week 9, 10, there will be a concept of recursion and graphs, and which will also continue with the concept of dictionary only. So you have to be very clear with this list and dictionary. So this list and dictionary will continue up to week 11. Okay, if you are not able to understand this dictionary and list from week 5 to 8, whatever we have seen, you won't be able to understand this recursion graph concept. Okay, sorry, it's a total. Okay.
So what's the concept that are new for this week?
Basically, it's just a nested dictionary extension that is common this week 8. And apart from this, there are some concepts like side effects, which is the main thing. And I won't be discussing it right now because that's not priority for the exam, but you can study it from your own. Basically, the side effect says you lost your original list, for example. Basically, losing your original list or dictionary by performing the operation. So that is what side effect mainly discusses about. Okay, you can take a look over the slides and it will be easy to understand. For example, if you are modifying the list, something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something is there. If you want modifying in the same list, that means you lost your original list. That is also one of the side effects. So that is the main thing I think that is there in week 8, but we won't be covering much in our exams now, so I'm just skipping it. Okay. And this is the first question in the week.
Sir, this was started in
So,
last class, sir.
sorry.
So this was solved by Sejak, sir.
I'm not getting like what you guys are saying.
No, I am telling that Sejak sir has solved the practice assignment 8.
Okay, in TA session.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, anything that you guys want me to discuss? I think I don't know how many of you have attended TA session, but if everyone attended, okay, that's fine.
There were many people have not attended that.
I'll quickly continue. And if you guys were having any doubts, so that we can discuss it. So those who have not attended that session. Okay. So here, this is the first question of practice assignment, and here what it asks is the following pseudocode is executed using this course dataset as usual. And what will Z will represent at the end of execution. So we just need to find it what z will hold it, right? So if you look at the pseudocode, we are initializing a dictionary and we are also initializing the variable average, which is equal to 0, and initializing a is equal to 0, c is equal to 0. And now you see this while loop. This is a typical while loop that we had it, right? But this is one with a nested one, right? And basically you are reading the row, and this a, what it does, it adds the total mark of the student, and c just increments the count, right? And now if you see this if condition, what it checks is, and it checks in the dictionary, this empty dictionary, and now it checks whether the city is present or not. If the city is present, basically it's adding a total mark with respect to the city. Adds total mark with respect to city, right? And you have to be careful here. This is a nested dictionary. If you see, this is the first key, which is city, and this is the second key, which is total. So your dictionary will look like, so for example, D of Chennai, and the value will be again another dictionary, which will have total as one key and count as another key. So basically this count will be increased whenever you see a Chennai card, and this count will total will be added for the particular student. So if the key is already present, this is what it's going to be. Else what you do, as we did in the sample example, the count is being initialized to 1 and the total is being initialized to total, that the card which we are seeing, right? And finally you are moving to the table. You'll be keep on repeating this simple while loop, right? Any doubts here?
Basically, city average.
Sorry.
Basically, is it a city average?
Yeah. But we have to see what this code does, like final for loop.
Yeah, that I get it. But till 14, basically that's a city average, 16.
This average computes what? Is it city average or whole data set average?
For only city average.
No, right? See, carefully see, this A counts the total with irrespective of the city, and C also does the same. So this is the total average of the scores data set, right? If it is a city average, we have to compute average for each and every city. We are just computed some values of total and count, but we haven't computed the average for each city, right?
Yes, sir.
So, okay, now
the line 8, what it does is modify the total.
no, it just updates it.
Means already the total value is there. It updated.
Yeah, it just updates it. For example, 272 is already there, and you are seeing a new card in the same city. You are just adding another total, which is 262 or something. So that it will be around more than 544 or something like this. I am not sure about total. Okay, 220. Okay, that should be 534.
Okay, and along with it, it increase the count value also.
Yeah, count will also be increased. That will be 1 plus 1. That will be 2. Whenever you see a new, city that is already present in your dictionary, you just add to the existing city. You just add the total and increment the count in the existing city.
Okay.
Okay, now this for loop, what it does is it iterates through the keys of D. That means this is nothing but the list of cities, right? And what it does is for each city, it computes the average and stores it. That means it updates the each inner dictionary with the new key average and computes the average by dividing total and count. And it's also computing the average by, so that I'm just taking a random average number, okay? So that it will be around 200, 210, something like this. So for each city, it computes the average and checks it. Now, this if condition, what it does? If the newly computed average is greater than that average, what it's doing? It just taking that particular count of in the value z.
Sir, please clarify with the example here of the line 22.
Line 22.
Uh-huh.
Okay. For example, we have computed an average for D of Chennai, and we have computed some average, and that is 200. So basically, what it does is checking if 200 is greater than 0 or not, right? And if it is true, what it does is z is equal to z plus d of b of count. That means d of Chennai of count. So that will be some value, take random value, that is 4 or something. So that means initial default z is 0. So that means 0 plus 4, where z will be updated to.
Why 4?
Sorry.
Why 4?
That means just take a random number. This is a random number, that particular number of students were there in the particular seat, not just fixed 4. You could take anywhere. I'm just assuming random number. Here in this case, it is 2. But when you look at the data set, it could be any random number, right? Because we are not computing all the 30 parts of the scores data set. So it just takes the number of students in the particular city. That is nothing but D of city of count. And when we are adding those such students, whenever the city averages, this if condition is telling you if the city average is greater than total average. The city average is greater than total average, you just add those number of students in the particular city. That is what the z value is getting computed, right? Let's look at the options. So what will be the correct option here? Anyone? Hello, am I audible?
I have shared a document. If you can go through that, of PDF
Sorry?
document. In the chat, I have shared a document.
I think this is the same document, right?
The same document, but that is how I like my approach is. If you can check and let me know where did I went wrong.
Okay, I think we don't have that much time. Okay, if we have time, we can discuss at the end. Here, what will be the
Option
answer
A.
here? Option A. The number of students from the cities whose average total marks of the city is more than average total marks of the data set. Basically, this is nothing but city average is greater than the total average, right? And you just count the number of students, such students from the cities.
You can re-explain from 20 to 22.
20 to 22.
Yes, line 20 to 22.
So what does line 20 does?
For each
just
keys, like B is a key. So B
Yeah.
would be the city.
So it computes the city average, right? For
City
each city, it
average.
computes it and stores it. What this line number 21 does, it checks whether the city average is greater than the total average that we have computed. That is line number
Okay.
16, we have computed the total average, right?
Okay.
Of all the 30 cards data set. So for average for 30 cards that we have computed.
So basically,
So
the
if basically if any city average is greater than the total average, that means your entire cards average. That means you count the such. I mean that means you count number of students present in the particular city. That is what it says, right? The option 1, the number of students from the cities whose
But
average
Z,
total marks of city is greater than the average total marks of the data set.
but the Z count, don't you think that will give the number of cities where the average total marks is more than the average marks? Z is
No,
actually incrementing the count. Z plus
count of
it looks like it is the count of the city.
yeah, but what that count represents? Students,
number of
right?
cities.
Number of students in the cities, right? See what we have
number of
initialized.
number of
Number
cities.
of
What the
number of
average-
students in the city. If you look at it, D of city of count, whenever we are incrementing +1, that means number of students in the particular city, right? That is what we are just counting with plus. I'm incrementing with the plus. So we
But
have to be always careful.
So suppose we have DB, D of B. So that will give, suppose a city. So city count.
I'm not getting what you're saying. So for example, if you have D of Chennai, so this will give you an inner dictionary with total count. So what will be the value of total and count? Just take some random values.
Number of marks or number of students or whatever.
So let's say 1423 is the mark, right? This is the sum of all the students' mark who is present in Chennai. And the number of students who are present in Chennai is 5. And when you take an average also, you compute the average according to line number 20, total by count. That means this will be 1423 by 5. So this average will be 2, 8, and 284.6, something like this, right? So when you, this if condition, what it does is, so basically what it takes is 284.6 is greater than your total average. That means to average total marks of the data set. So if it is greater, what you do in the z is equal to z. That means your existing value. That could be any value. Basically, I take it as 0 for the first one. Now you take the count of this one, D of city of count. That means D of Chennai of count. That is 5. So whenever you are adding it, that means you are adding the number of students present in the particular city.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
So you have to be always careful, and you should have visualize what we are doing in the dictionary while creating the dictionary using the pseudocode.
So count basically here count the number of student, right?
Yeah. So that is what I was looking at it. So when you take this while loop before you try to create a dictionary, you always should visualize what we are storing it and what each key and value does. If you are able to understand that, then it is easy to answer a question. Okay. Can you move to next one? Okay. Here, again, this is the sample pseudocode that we need to fill up it. The following pseudocode is executed using shopping bill dataset, and let D be a dictionary that maintains the following information: the category of item purchased by a customer. Okay. And this is the standard code that is given. You just reading it well. Pile 1 has more card, you read the top card and move to the next card. And in between, you have to check for this condition, whether the category of the item purchased by a customer or not, right? And the D has been initialized. Again, what you have to do is you have to create your, so you have to update or create your own dictionary with the following keys and values. That means if the customer has bought a category, particular category, that particular category you should make it true. Else, if he hasn't bought, you should make it false. So let's look at the pseudocodes. What will be the correct one? So again, since this is an empty dictionary, we have to check the methods using this is key, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now, since this is wrong because it's not checking is key or not, in the option B, let's look at it. Now, this is key checks whether the customer name is present in the dictionary D or not. And if it is true, we should initialize it or we should update it.
We have to update it.
We have to update it, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that means this is also wrong.
Yes.
Now, but in the option C, if it is, we just added a not condition, that means this initialization is correct, right? But now, should we put it in this else block or not? That's the question, because that is the difference between option C and D, if you look at it. For each A in item list, that means we are iterating through the item list in the card that we have read, and we are checking whether this D of X dot customer A is true.
Here
That
I
means this
think
is the
else is
That means
inappropriate.
unnecessary.
else is
Not correct
Inappropriate.
actually.
else is not required. If you are making else, that means we are missing the particular customer, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
if you are seeing the first customer, for example, Frank or something, if you are seeing the customer for the first time and you got to know the key is not present, so this if condition will make it true and it will come to line number 2, and this line number 2 will make D of Frank equal to empty dictionary. And since this become true, you won't go and execute this else block, right? So that means we won't be able to update the category for this particular customers. So that means we shouldn't use this else block. We should always update irrespective of whether the key is present in the, whether the customer is present in the dictionary or not. If the customer is not present, you initialize it and update it. If the customer is present, you can directly update. So basically this updates the X dot customer and A dot category. And also this is just goes to the item. So this should be A dot category. So the option D is the correct. Okay. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, let's move to the next one. Here, okay, just compute the pseudocode of it and we just need to tell what it does. Again, if you see, this is a nested dictionary being initialized and A is equal to none. And while the pile 1 has more cards, read the top card of the X. And if X dot shop name equal to Big Bazaar. If you see a card that shop is a Big Bazaar in short form, you just go and update the dictionary. So this is the procedure that it's getting called. And after calling this procedure, this will give you something, right? So let's see what this procedure does and what it's storing in this update dictionary method. So in the procedure update dictionary, you are passing a dictionary and you are also passing this particular card. Y is nothing but particular card which is being passed as X. Okay. Now here, what we are looking at is for each A in Y dot item list. Basically, we are checking what are the items that has been purchased in the cart, and we are checking whether this category is present in the key or not. If it is already present in the key, we are incrementing the count. Else, we are just initializing it. As usual, this is the same one that we looked at earlier. Right? So after this update, what this will be, this will be a nested dictionary or a single normal dictionary. This will be a normal dictionary, right? This will be a normal dictionary like BB. Basically, this is a Big Bazaar dictionary because we are updating only for the Big Bazaar shop. And it will have the categories like stationaries and let's say food, toiletries,
Uh,
something else, design or whatever the categories. And it will count the particular category like 3, 4, 2, 1. Right? If any new category is found, it will get initialized to 1, and if it's seen again, it will update it to +1. That's it, right? So basically, this is how the final dictionary will look like with list of all the categories and the values for the particular Big Bazaar shop.
So, sir, category here is the key. A
Yeah.
dot category is the key, and
Hmm.
in that particular category, if you add +1, that means that category item count you have increases,
Yeah.
right?
No,
So
sir.
after
What he's trying to say is something else. He's telling that we are incrementing this category when we come across some another item in that same card shopping list. So
yeah, that I'm not getting like exactly. Let's say in the same card it has pencil and eraser, which both belongs to the category called stationery. It
yeah,
will
these
get
belongs to the same
incremented.
category, sir. Yeah.
Basically, it will be incremented twice.
Yeah, but if it belongs to the same category only, then it will increment, now.
If
Or it
it's
won't. Some other category, if we come across only, then it will increment.
I'm not getting.
Sir, I'll tell you. Sir, we have a card of a shopping list, a shopping list. In that, we have different categories.
Hmm.
Then again, if we come across a food item, will it increment? No, na.
No. Let me take a example that will be clear. Take the data set. This is visible, right? Hello.
Visible, sir.
This is visible, right? For example, here if you see this category is present twice, but the items are different. So when you iterate to this dictionary and you try to create it, first of all, this canned slash food, you will be passing through the key and dictionary D, right? This will return false for the first time, and you will be initializing D of, I'll just mention it for the short form as food, okay? So you'll be initializing as 1. For the next time, let's say meat. So I'll put meat. That will also initialize for the 1 for the first time I'm seeing. But for the cocoa powder, which is I'm seeing for the second time, let's say canned food, right? This is same. So I'll just increment it instead of initializing it again, because this key is already present. That is what it's doing in this question.
Sir, that's what I am saying. In that category, the number of item count has increased with the +1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, then that's what I was also saying. That if we find the same category only, then will it increment now?
Yeah. The number of items, basically it's number of items present in that category. Or number of items purchased in that particular category, you can say. Now, after all this perform operations, in the 9th line, if you see, it passes the updated dictionary that we have computed, basically the number of purchased items in each category, and it passes to the get max key by key. So we have to check what this procedure does and what it finally returns, right? If you are able to identify this will be able to answer this question. So basically it takes the key as argument, and A is equal to none, B is equal to 0. For each Y in keys of D, it checks whether it is minimum or not. Sorry, it's maximum, right? You can write it in this reverse way, whether this D of Y is greater than B or not, right? And what it stores, A is equal to, A stores the, can I say this is the maximum purchased category in Big Bazaar, right? And this is the maximum purchased item count in that particular category. Is it clear? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what will be the answer here? If you are getting A, what this A will return? A will basically return the category name, right? And this category name, maximum purchased category, that means you can say
Sir,
it as top
I want to,
category.
sir, I want to understand procedure to get max key by key again.
So you are iterating through all the keys basically, and each key is nothing but a category, right? So this will give you list of categories, and each category has count. Now the count represent the number of items purchased in that category. And if you see any count that is greater than B, that is the variable which we use to keep track of max value, that means it's the maximum purchased category in the particular shop Big Bazaar, right? And that is what we are returning.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what does this D with third bracket, why fetching?
This
Line
d of y,
26.
yeah, this d of y will give you the count. For example, if it gives, because this is how the dictionary will be, right? Again, I'm saying whenever you are creating a dictionary, you try to visualize what you are creating, because this is how the key will be, keys and dictionary will be, and you are trying to get a value and you are comparing with the variable b, and you are checking for the max condition here. That means it will, a will be updated to the category, that is y. Y is nothing but a category for each iteration. So you are updating to the max purchased category in the Big Bazaar shop. Because we are dealing only with the Big Bazaar. So here the answer will be find the most frequent item category from the Big Bazaar, right? Because we are not returning the count. This A is about the category. It's not item quantity also, right? We are just returning the most frequent item category from the Big Bazaar. Is it clear?
Sir, please explain the condition, that if condition, there is an if condition, no? B less than, what does that do? B less than the count.
D of y, right? Yeah.
D of y the count.
You just assume this dictionary as a sample dictionary, then try to see what this if condition does. Even if you go through in the sample dictionary, you will be able to get an item called food, right? Because this is the maximum. So initially, if you update with 3 greater than 0, this will become true, and your B will be updated with 3 and A will be updated with stationary. Again, you see the next key, which is food, and the value for food is 4, and which is again greater than 3. So this is true, and again this will be updated with, A will be updated with food, and B will be updated with 4. Now if you see any value that's coming greater than 4, then only category will be, A will be updated.
So
That
B is
means
the
the
maximum.
maximum, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Whenever, again I'm repeating, whenever you are having some confusion what this pseudocode does, you take a small minimal sample dictionaries or sample datas to iterate with it, so that you will be able to clear what it's doing. Because I cannot, even for you also, right? We cannot compare with all those 30 data set or 50 cards or whatever we have seen in the course. So that's why we are discussing about how this pseudocode works. You just need to understand with the sample data. Now, in the next question, it's using the train data set. Here the question is asking, executed using the station-wise cards in the train data set, and what C will represent at the end of execution. Let's look at the cards ones using the station-wise data set. So if you look at this station-wise data set, you are having a station. So that I can write it as X dot station if you are reading a card, X is the card number. And you are having the trains, right? And in that the particular station, you will be having this train number, arrival time, departure time, and the days which you are having, right? So again, this will be keys and values for each. So let's look at the pseudocodes. Here, we are just initialize this D dictionary with M Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday up to Saturday, Sunday. Everything has zeros. And this is a simple pseudocode. If you see what it does, can anyone say? You have to just read the card one by one. If the station name is Mumbai, you just go and update the dictionary, because this is where the dictionary update is happening. Right? Is it clear? Or should I explain this line number 5 to 8?
Explain it once.
So once you see at station Mumbai, we are iterating in the X dot train list. So X dot train list is nothing but a list of all the train numbers.
All the trains. Yeah.
So here, let's take a station Mumbai. I don't know where the Mumbai station is. It's in ascending order. Let's take Mumbai one.
Yeah, above it. So
Here it is a Mumbai one, and the card says X dot train list. This train list will have all the train numbers basically, right? So it will have 02283, 12298, and up to this 12220. So it will go through all the train numbers basically. And in all the train numbers, basically it will iterate again for each be in A dot days. This will give you the list of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right? If you see, the days are Thursday, Friday, and it denotes on which day the train is being running into the particular station, right? If that particular day is present, you just update your dictionary D.
okay, sir.
So what this line number 2 to 12 does, if you see a station Mumbai, and on whatever days the train is arriving, you just increment, right? This is not only for single train, we are taking the list of all the trains and we are incrementing on the particular days of it if the train is reaching the Mumbai station. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So basically, it depicts the how many days that train is passing through the Mumbai station.
Not correspond to train, it corresponds to the station. For the Mumbai station, it just increments the count of number of trains that arrive on each day, right?
Sir, for each A in X train list, each means each train. They
That
will
basically
count
the train numbers.
Yes.
train number, and the
Right,
train
this will
number
be something
for
like
each B in the
12260.
A dot days. That means this train will pass A dot days.
Yeah.
That means if the train is passing 5 days, it will count every time plus one plus one. So dB equals to 5. Right.
So finally, what this D holds, if you try to visualize and what you will be able to understand from this. So this is a dictionary, and this dictionary holds the information about the number of trains that arrive on each day on the particular Mumbai station, right? Is it clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Next, let's look at the remaining part of the pseudocode. C is equal to, we are just initializing as empty list, and we are keeping a variable y which is equal to 0, and we are iterating through the keys of t, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and everything. Again, you have to see this is the similar if condition that we have seen in our previous code, right? And what this computes, whether the maximum or minimum, because this is the variable that used to keep track of maximum, right? If the d of b is greater than y, you store the c is equal to b. What is b? Again, it could be any Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday. You just reinitialize
Date.
your list. And y is equal to d of b. That means you keep a value of it, whatever you are seeing as a maximum value, 5, 4, something like this. And what this means, y is equal to d of b. And here, if you see, we are appending it to the list C instead of initializing. So I can say C is the list that contains the maximum number of trains that arrive on specific day, right? If it's still difficult to understand, you can take a value like this: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and let's keep a Saturday and Sunday also. Okay, Saturday and Sunday, right? And take some random values again. Keep Monday is equal to 0, Tuesday is equal to 3, and 2, 4, 4, 1, and this is again C. So if you are iterating through this dictionary, I mean, consider this is the final updated. What will be the value for us? This checks for the maximum condition, right? And if you see it, this is the maximum on Thursday. So your C will be initialized with just Thursday, and Y will have a value of 4. And for the next condition, when you see Saturday is equal to again 4, which is having same equal value, and this if condition will be satisfied, right? So basically this will be 4 equal to 4 when you come to this Saturday. And when this is getting equal, you will be appending C is equal to your Thursday plus and the day which you are iterating, that is Saturday. So your C will get updated to Thursday and Saturday. So this is your this will be your final one, right?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it Is it confusing or is it clear?
It's clear, sir.
Okay.
Got
And
it, sir.
what will be the answer here?
So the busiest day of the Mumbai station.
Sir,
List
list
of,
of
right?
days.
Because
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
what we are
list. Yeah.
returning is list.
What we are returning is a list. Yes.
So again, if you have to be careful here because we are initializing with the list, not just element. Okay, so that is why it's list of busiest days.
Sir, what does this code of 14 to 16, this code is doing?
That is what I was explaining now. Let's move to the next one. Here we have to fill up the pseudocode here. First, let's try to see what this pseudocode is. The following pseudocode is executed using the words dataset. At the end of execution, C captures the number of words with either all letters are distinct or at least 3 letters are appear twice. So C captures either all letters are distinct or at least 3 letters are appear twice. Right? This is what we have to find out. And for that, we need to fill up the pseudocode. And if you look at this, this is a classic pseudocode. If you read up to this one, we are just reading the row from each card, and we are initializing I is equal to 1, D is equal to dictionary. So you have to be careful here. For every card, we are initializing a dictionary, right? So D is equal to dictionary, and we are iterating through the letter by letter. So we are iterating the letters. So B is equal to ith letter in X dot word, and if is key D of B is equal to D of B plus, else D of B is equal to 1. So what it does, you are just creating a dictionary. For example, if you are reading a word Monday, right? So MONDAY. So if each letter is you are seeing for the first time, you initialize with 1. And if you are seeing the letter second time, and you are just incrementing it, right? This you could take it as a sample dictionary. So for every word, you will be creating a dictionary like this, right? After once you compute a dictionary, we have to fill up a pseudocode, and in this pseudocode, we have to check for this condition. And if this condition is satisfied, we can increment this count C is equal to C plus 1. Okay. Is it clear what the pseudocode does?
Sir, I can speak this.
Sorry.
Could you explain this again?
Which line?
From 6, sir.
Line 6.
Yeah.
So this line 6 takes the letter of it. For example, if you are reading the card Monday, so it will take each letter. For first letter, it will take M, and it will check whether the M is present in the dictionary or not. If it is not present, it will initialize with 1. Again, it will take MO for the second letter. Again, it will check whether it is present in dictionary. If it is not present, it will initialize with 1. Else, it will initialize with plus 1. For example, if you take another word called apple, so for this apple, the dictionary will be A will be 1, P will be 2, L will be 1, E will be 1, right? That is what this while loop is doing. Basically, it's going and iterating all the letters and it's updating the dictionaries.
Yes, sir.
So for this pseudocode, we have to check for this condition, whether the all letters are distinct, or we have to check whether the at least 3 letters appear twice. Okay. Okay, let's look at the pseudocode. So here, what is the mistake in this first option?
I'm sorry, could you repeat like what happened in the code?
Sorry.
Thanks, Wayne. Yeah, sorry, I was saying that can you repeat like what just happened in the code?
We just updated the dictionary for each word. So, for example, if you are reading the word Monday, for letter wise, it will be counted. For example, apple, it will be counted 1, 2, 1, 1 because P is present twice. And for Monday, it will be 1, 1, 1
Okay,
because all
fine.
letters are unique.
Got it. Got it.
So, in this dictionary, we have to find it out whether all letters are distinct. Else, if at least 3 letters appear twice or not. That is the pseudocode. Now, we just need to fill it, which matches that condition. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the problem in this first option?
If the found is false in else, then it won't consider the words that are that has distinct letters.
That is one of the problem, right? And if you look at the remaining pseudocodes, and it will be much, I think you will be able to get some ideas. So this is
The,
pseudocode B. This is
the,
pseudocode
what
C.
does the first do if the found is false? First it initialize found as true. Then the first time what D1 this one, if it is if it is even less than 1 or greater than 1, then there is no value of the found. Means in the if condition, found value is not updated here. Nothing will happen. The found value remains true. So that means
Yeah.
if that means when the next if block happens, because the found value is true, it execute this second if block.
So basically, this is the wrong place of updation, right? So this should be as soon as updated here. So whenever you see a particular key which is present, which is having a value of more than. Let's look at this option B. I think here it's getting updated immediately. And we are incrementing. What this A increments?
A means the number of letter means what?
Number of
Number
time a
of
letter has been
Number
incremented.
of times a letter. Yes.
number of repeated letters, you can say. I mean, the number of times the letter has been repeated. And this seems correct, right? Either this is the correct way, either this should be true or this should be true. And you are using this OR condition, and the option B looks correct. And here, if you see it, this is the redundant part of the pseudocode. We don't need to update in the else block. Once we update it to false, we don't need to update it to true, right? Again. So this is wrong. And in option D, and in option D also, this is the same mistake. Once you see this condition, you should increment here only, not in the else block. So this is also wrong place of updation of this pseudocode, right? So
Here
option
only
B
the
is the right.
confusion between the B and C. Because apparently it is true that the C also might be true, but the
Yeah,
C.
for if you take an example for this particular dictionary, where A is equal to 1, P is equal to 2, L is equal to 1, E is equal to 1. So once you update false at this particular step, for example, P is having a value 2 and greater than 1. Once you update false, again in the next iteration, you are making it true. That shouldn't be true, right? Once you see a value that is just having a duplicate letters in the particular word, you shouldn't update it again to true.
Correct.
Okay. Let's go to next question. Okay, I think that's all. Any doubts so far, whatever we have seen?
No, sir.
Okay, if no more doubts, I think we can wind this session.
Like in the last question,
Hmm.
I have taken different approach. Like, can I share my screen?
I think we're not able to share this. Yeah. Tell me.
No, sir, he's talking about question 4, I think.
Question
Done,
5.
man. Question 5 only.
I am unable to share screen. Share.
Yeah, please tell me where is your doubt.
I have shared the file. You can check the last question.
Okay, just a minute. Just a minute, let me reopen it. The last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I chose option B. But yeah, like if you can go to the process,
Why you choose option B?
yeah, I removed this one because I thought like yes. So I took the apple only A1, P2, L1, E1. This is okay. So option B, in option B I wrote go to the option B. Yes. So this was my logic. Like it is expected to count the number of unique letters.
Mean a letter having more than one count, not unique. Okay, this is correct. And why here it is expected to count number of unique letter. Sure. It is not counting the unique letter, if you see. The A is not counting the unique letter. What this A condition checks? Whether A is greater than or equal to 3. And found is true or not. If you look at this option C, whether all letters are distinct. For this, what we have done is we kept a Boolean variable found is equal to true or false, right? And for this condition, at least 3 letters are appeared twice or not. If it is appeared twice, for that only we are keeping a variable A. So this A variable counts whether the number of letters that appear twice. Number of letters appeared at least twice, right?
Yes, more than one
So
than two only.
that means if you see d of y greater than 1, that means a letter is appeared twice
Yeah, more than
or
one.
more
Twice.
than one, basically. That
Yes.
means. So that means we have to increment it here. So basically it counts the number of letters, not the number of unique letters. That's why the option B is correct. If you put it in else block, what you are counting, that means the number of unique letters. According to you, if it is
In
number of
option
unique
D,
letters, that is correct.
what is the wrong that I choose option D.
So you are confused here what this variable does. So this variable is keeping track of number of letters appeared twice, but you assumed it as a unique letter.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for addressing this.
So that is the assumption. But according to your assumption, if it is a unique letter, then this is the right place to do it. Basically, if it is a unique letter, you are keeping a track in both found and A, right? You don't need to
That
keep
way,
track
the
in
option
both.
D is correct.
Hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you all. Thank you everyone for joining. We close this session. Thank you. Bye bye.